What's up, guys? I'm a little bit under the weather today, so if you can't really hear me, I apologize, but hopefully you guys can. Today, we're gonna talk about take responsibility for your own shit. Let me repeat that. Take responsibility for your own shit. Now, some of us grew up entitled. You know, we've had everything in the world. We were able to, maneuver and squeeze through certain situations where we would shift the blame onto others. We didn't really have to take responsibility for, our fuck ups. And I will tell you as a young adult that being that type of person is a nuisance. And when I say a nuisance, it's a nuisance unto people that you say that you love, people that you say that you care about, people that you say that you have their back. And if you're not able to hold yourself accountable for the fuck ups that come on in your life, then there was no way for you to move on as a human, as a human with some type of decency. Because when you feel that every single thing that you do may be right, or you can't take any type of constructive criticism, it shows the type of character or the type of person that you are. It shows your character. It shows the traits that you hold as a person who walks the way of life. I grew up as I grew up silver spoon. My parents, they provided, they protected, and a lot of the times it was kind of like not really knowing how to take responsibility for things. I think me being a conscious person, I was also a person that I was a good person. And when I say a good person, I knew about, how to treat others. And in situations where I knew that if something happened to me, that, it was my choice. It was my decision to make this outcome. And a lot of those decisions were decisions that I didn't necessarily want for myself. And everybody never wishes the worst on them, but it happens. And something that I used to do, I used to blame other things, other people for my mishaps. And it took me a very long time to steer away from that. And until I owned my shit, I couldn't be the person or the man that sits here and tell you guys about how I now am a lot comfortable and pleased with the person that I am. You have people who never understood how to take responsibility for their actions, because growing up as a child, you were entitled, you were patted on the back, You were given excuses on why you aren't in this place. When in reality, the reason why you're not in that place is solely because of you. No one dictates. Well, I'm not going to say that. No one should be able to dictate what happens in your life but yourself. And until you can have that mindset, you will continue to shift blame and guilt yourself onto others. When in reality, every fucking thing that has happened to you so far in your life has been just your responsibility. It's just solely been on you. And when you go and start to grow up, that's when you start to want a family, want a relationship, you get a job. You start actually living life. And you can't go into your job and fuck up and blame it on someone else. Because when you do that, now what the people from the higher up starts to see is that you are a person who don't know how to handle anything. Any obstacle that's thrown at you. If you mess it up, or if you don't do what you want to do, as in, when I say what you want to do, as in, you know, be the hero. If you're not the hero in the story, and it's a fuck up, you want to shift it onto someone else and say, well, that person right there is the reason why, or this right here is the reason why. Stop making excuses, man. Just own up to the shit. It didn't fucking work. It didn't work. And that's all. It's a lesson. You're not going to get fucking stoned to death. You're not going to, you know, go to a fucking electric chamber because you fucked up. Now, unless you just out here, you know, making wrong decisions, as in, you know, things that are against the law and, you know, needs to be taken to court and you need to be sentenced, then, you know, that's not what I'm talking about. But I'm saying that we all make certain decisions in our life that don't go how we want it to go. And the only way how we can get over that hump is if we accept that we fucked up. Also, be self-accountable. Be self-aware on the type of person that you are. A lot of people, they don't really understand that. They don't understand how they're a person that don't like to listen, or they're not empathetic. And I will tell you, and I've told you guys in my other videos, people hate people like that. Don't be that person. Be a person who can be held accountable and has the integrity and is honest about fucking up. It's okay to fuck up. It's always okay to fuck up. You want to take your lessons and apply them to your life every time, because that's when you can now grow as a person. When you can sit back and accept that what you didn't work, and that the next time you're going to try to do it this way, that's a person who has critical thinking. You have a thought process where a lot of people, they don't get to that place, and they never get to that place. So when you're able to sit back and realize that all of your fuck ups are just a reflection of where you're at now, then you could take initiative in your life and figure out what do you need to do from now on. But like I said, you have people who just don't know that. And I'm talking to you people right now. Listen, you will find yourself in a very dark place someday, because you will start to see that a lot of people, they're not gonna want to fuck with you, man. They're not gonna want to fuck with you. They're not gonna want to be around you. They're not gonna want to put you into certain, business ideas and business ventures. Everything's a fucking business around here, bro. And if you can't be a person who knows how to fuck up, take accountability, and then figure the shit out, other than putting shit on the others because you weren't the hero, that's what we call blame shifting. Don't be a blame shifter. I would respect people more if they were, instead of being like, well, hey, so-and-so's the reason why I didn't get the spot in the job, but say, I fucked up the interview. I didn't come prepared. I wasn't ready. I will respect you more if you come like that. Own your shit, brother. Own your shit. Because you will forever go through a cycle of always trying to put some shit on somebody, on the next man. A man that can own his shit is a man that can move mountains. We all ask ourselves, why in life? Have you ever thought that what you've done so far answers your question? And until we get that through our head, we will continue to swim in the water of non-accountable people. We'll surround ourselves around people who do the same exact shit. You are what is gravitated around you. Your life is a reflection of you. You wonder why a lot of times that you and your friends get into a lot of disagreements, and a lot of times where you have a friend who just don't know how to own their shit. Have you ever thought, why are you still around them? You want to know why you're still around them? Because you're the same thing. You're a spitting image of your friend. Your friend can't take accountability, so you can't take accountability. Because if you did take accountability for a lot of things that you did, you will see that that person isn't good for you, and you will move the fuck on. And I'm not saying that moving on, you never have to talk to them again. You never have to see them. You never have to kick it with them. But it comes a time and a place where you have to now surround yourself around people who holds the same morals as you, who hold the same qualities as you. Or maybe not even hold the same, but hold even more. Get around some fucking reasonable people, man. Stop being around people who don't know how to own their shit. You start owning your shit. And be real. That's all you can ever be in this world, is real. The time when you can be real is the time that you can move on and accept the consequences. Be true to self, or no one else will. Be true to you.